So this is one of the better episodes, I'd say. There was actual fighting going on here. So, Icicle's mom here is still butthurt about what happened, and she, goes into the kid's room to see what he's doing. And then she finds a drawing of Courtney, and she's all mad that she's talking to Courtney and all this, and Pat and them come home from their bus ride, and these two are having a... So she's like, Pat, tell me what happened to you in the Shadowlands and all this. You need to talk to me. They don't want to talk to her, so... Then he comes up with this genius idea that he should go and find Mike's mother to have her talk to him or something, because in the Shadowlands his dad just told him he's a piece of shit and he's useless and all this, and this meaningless crap here. I don't... This so much fluff this season. So Courtney comes home, and Yolanda's here in her room, and she's looking out the window, and this whole stupid stereotype thing they're doing with the Mexican parent is just so retarded, man. So Yolanda and her talking, and she's like, yeah, I got kicked out, da-da-da, you know, so, okay. These two are still trying to get with Shiv, which is, I don't think going to happen, quite honestly. These two have nothing to do, so this is their whole point in the show, is to try to get with Shiv or figure out something to make people want to put them in the JSA. So this teacher here is concerned about Icicle Jr.'s lack of not showing up. He's not going to let his artistic talent go to waste and all this, and just a bunch of fluff. So she gets mad and kills him for no reason other than he wanted to help the son be a better artist. So the grandmother flips out and kills this teacher for no reason. Here's Pat trying to figure out how he should go about contacting Mike's mother, with another bunch of fluff bullshit. So let's see. And here we get to the let me get a picture of Courtney here. Here we get to the genius move of the century. So she decides, Courtney here, that she's going to tell Icicle Jr. about her brother killing Icicle with the car. And as you guessed, everybody's like, this is a fucking retarded move. This is a huge fuck up. This is no good. And our man, who's turned into roid rage now, is just basically roid raging all the time, and telling her that this is a fuck up, and don't say I didn't warn you, and all this. So they all agree in the end that she should tell her, and then our man's just like, well, I told your asses, you should have listened to me. So there we go. That's that. Then we have more fluff. I forget what her name is. The sportsmaster's wife here is trying to teach her how to box and do all this, but she can't box with a damn or do anything because she's too prissy. And then she's just like, oh, well, you're my best friend. And then she's just like, oh, I've never had a friend. Woohoo. Okay, so then we go into them getting Shiv's crap out of a locker because they want to figure out what's going on with her because they're trying to get with her all the time. So just total fluff this most of this episode here. It's just... So here we go. Courtney with her huge fuck up here to try to make things right. And then we cut to them here with Beth, and Beth is like, oh, you know, there's this weird signal coming from the icicle house or whatever, and we don't know why, and something's not right here, and all this, and it's like, oh, you're sure, and all this, and so Courtney is at the house with Icicle Jr., and they're talking, and she's like, I need to tell you what's going on here, and all of this, and before she could do it, let's see here, Roid Rage shows up, and he's like, I told your asses, I told you this was gonna happen, da-da-da, how dare you do this, and, you know, hold on. So, there's this big fight between Icicle Jr. and Our Man, and Courtney's like, stop doing this, you don't have to fight. Nobody's listening to Courtney, they don't give a fuck about what Courtney says, and she gets thrown against the wall. And they just have it out, man. They're just fighting. And then, what is it? I forget what her name is. Yolanda and Dr. Midnight here get into the house too to help Courtney out. And then it turns out that 3 seasons in, Dr. Midnight has a combat mode. Wow, isn't that amazing? All this time, Yolanda was a useless fuck who did nothing, and now she's got a combat mode. And she's basically Iron Man here with this setup. So she has a combat mode, and she's fighting the grandfather, and then we go back to Darkman and him fighting, and the grandfather's fighting, and I mean, it's pretty good, the fighting on here. So she's got Yolanda against the wall here, and she's getting it, and then Our Man's about ready to get the killing blow here on Popsicle Jr., but Popsicle Jr. slams him or gets him into the stairway, and he gets knocked out. Let me find that scene here. Yeah, so he figures out how to use his powers good, and he throws him into the freaking stairs, and he just almost dies. Like, Our Man seemed like he was dying, and then the grandfather has a heart attack, and Dr. Midnight can do magic now. She can do anything, so the Google glasses tell her how to be a defibrillator, and they bring the grandfather back to life. And then everybody's kind of like chill, and then Roid Rage here is like, oh, I'm so sorry, Courtney, my Roid Rage got me, oh. He's like just totally fucked up. So these two go to find out what's going on over here in this shed and all this. And they get in there, and they're looking around, and where is it? They find this dude. I think this is, I forget what his name is. It's in the Flash, that baboon guy or whatever. I forget what his name is, but I think this is part of that. But this looks like it might be our villain, but you never know, because they keep doing this season. You know, first we were doing a gambler investigation. Then we were doing a Shiv investigation. And then we were fighting what we thought was the Red Skull, which we weren't. And now we're back to this baboon dude. So, bye.